Millions of Americans are suffering from anxiety and depression, and it's a question that I get a lot if acupuncture can help. We are overstimulated, overworked, and disconnected from our loved ones. And these feelings of isolation and exhaustion can only lead to feelings of dis-ease, which manifest often for people as anxiety, which feels like fear, worry about death or illness, or just a general sense of dis-ease. And medications can be helpful, but they often have side effects. It will cause what we call a blunted affect, where people's personality gets shunted. They don't find a lot of joy. They don't smile much. It also decreases sex drive and sexual function, as well as other physical side effects like dry mouth and fatigue. Acupuncture has very minimal side effects that are uncommon, and it will help you feel better in as little as 1, 2, or 3 treatments. How it helps you feel better is you will feel a general sense of well-being. You'll feel relaxed even on the treatment table as the treatment's happening, and that will continue for at least a few days after treatment. How this works is acupuncture stimulates the nervous system, releasing natural painkillers, promoting the body's ability to heal itself naturally, and regulating the limbic system of the brain, which is what balances our emotions. Oddly enough, getting poked with tiny needles is very relaxing, which seems counterintuitive, but anyone will tell you, once you get past the initial needling experience, and you're laying on the treatment table in the quiet, in a warm room with nice music playing, most people fall asleep or fall into a very zen state. I like to describe it as somewhat of a forced meditation. So many people struggle with meditating, calming the mind, and acupuncture pretty much does it for you, which is really helpful with anxiety and depression, because all anxiety lies in worrying about the future, and all depression comes from mulling over the past. But when we are here in the present moment, everything is generally okay. And the more that we can bring ourselves into the present moment, the more that we're going to feel okay. Most of the time, we worry about things that are beyond our control. And if we practice acupuncture and self-care techniques, those things that are beyond our control don't feel as stressful. It's kind of hard to explain, but it's a beautiful thing to observe in my patients, where after just a couple of treatments, they may work in a really high stress job, like as a nurse, or in a corporate environment where they're constantly being bombarded by stressful circumstances. But with treatment, they're more able to deal with those circumstances without getting wrapped up in the minutia, which I think is because they're more present in the moment and not worrying about the future or mulling over the past. Another thing that acupuncture does is it really helps with sleep. And so if you're able to get good, restful sleep at night, you're less likely to be anxious or depressed because you're getting that baseline nourishment, so you feel more grounded during the day. So there are some instances where acupuncture is more challenging to make a huge effect, and that's in serious clinical depression. This doesn't actually walk in very often because a lot of these people are in inpatient treatment facilities where acupuncture could be very helpful on a daily basis. But with severe clinical depression, you would need daily treatment in combination with your therapy and your medications. But for generalized anxiety disorder, panic attacks, seasonal affective disorder, low-grade generalized depression, like something that you would be taking Wellbutrin or Prozac or Lexapro for, acupuncture can be really helpful in helping you feel more like yourself and feeling more like you can deal with life as it's handed to you and find more joy. If you have any questions about how acupuncture can help you, don't hesitate to reach out. I'm Shelby Van Cleve, licensed acupuncturist and owner here at Common Ground Wellness.